Attorney Jokno, let me make it clear, no, ha? I mean, you are a member of a political party, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, I will never question your expertise in law, but I would like to question your motivation on this. Is there any politics in this?
May 3,000 na pinatay, merong 6,200. Ngayon no, nagulat ako, meron 20,000. Ano naman ho to? Saan ho galing itong 20,000 na to? Any Tom, Dick, and Harry can just say, oh, 15,000 ang pinatay, 20,000 ang pinatay. Ngayon, 20 na.
You believe, as a lawyer, no, that the former president should be held accountable.
Based on its own report, yes, Your Honor. It's very clear that if only 52 cases have been
But why is it that
investigated
there
by
are no
the
charges
department,
filed against him when he got out being president? He's no longer president now.
we
If he is
also,
accountable,
we
therefore
also
he must be
wonder,
charged.
Your Honor, the Solicitor
But
General.
until now,
to
they have not yet submitted.
Meron pong mga nasubmit ang Solgen sa Supreme Court. There were boxes.
No, Attorney, diretso. Yung 20,000 ba, it was submitted by Solgen? Not. Yung 20,000
The report itself, it was, I'm not sure if it was
Oh,
even directed
that's why, Mr.
by
Chairman,
the court.
again, sorry, Attorney Jokno. I do believe that there is an AGK. I do believe that there is a war on drugs. But in this committee, Mr. Chairman, with due respect to all the resource speakers, and of course to the members of this committee, we will only take into account all the documents, official documents, not hearsay, not the
If I-
statement. Sorry, Attorney Jokno, you are not yet recognized. Please allow me to finish.
So, Attorney Jokno, go ahead.
The Honorable Chair and the members of the Committee on Human Rights, there has been much debate about how many have been killed. Naririnig po niyo ako? Hindi na po. There has been much debate about how many persons have been killed in the war on drugs during the last administration. Some of the estimates have been as low as 12,000, while the NGOs have put the figure at about 30,000. But there is one number that is unassailable because this comes from the Office of the President and was cited in an extended resolution of the Supreme Court. And that number is 20,322 persons killed in the war on drugs.
Who is the president you're referring to?
The
Tony?
former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, Your Honor. That number of 20,322 persons killed is only from the period of July 1, 2016 up to November 27, 2017. This is found in the 2017 year-end accomplishment report of the Office of the President and cited in the resolution of the Supreme Court of April 3, 2018. Hindi lang po yun. Of the 20,322 who were killed, according to the OP report, 3,967 Filipinos were killed by police in police operations during the period from July 1, 2016 to November 27, 2017.
Ano po? 3,000?
3,967.
Between what year?
July 1, 2016, Mr. Chair, up to November 27, 2017.
So ano po yung 6,000 na sinasabi na dito?
I do not know where that figure comes from, Your Honor. Then there is another figure, 16,355 killed by riding in tandem and other unknown persons during the same period from July 1, 2016, this time until September 27, 2017.
Okay, ilan po yung
16,355, Mr. Chair.
are these people killed?
Yes, Your Honor.
From what date?
From July 1, 2016 up to September 27, 2017. I have a copy, Your Honor, of the resolution of the court. I can submit it to the committee secretary. Now, I would like to emphasize, Your Honor, please, that the 20,322 who were killed were not sentenced by any judge of our country. They were sentenced.
Who are these 3,000 that were killed? Kasama ba ito 16,000?
Yung 3,967, Mr. Chair, yan yung napatay during police operations according to the Office of the President's report. Yun naman pong 16,355 refer to deaths under investigation. These are referring to those who were killed by riding in tandem and other unknown killers.
Not necessarily police operations.
Not necessarily police operations. Now, all of these 20,322 persons who were killed were not sentenced by any court. They were sentenced by armed men, 3,967 of them belonging to the Philippine National Police, and another 16,355 by unknown people who, many of whom continue to roam our country today.
No investigation that had been done by the Philippine National Police.
Sa pagkaalam ko po, of the 16,355 killed by riding in tandem and other similar killers, only 2 men were caught, arrested, and charged. But when nung po sila hinuli, napag-alaman na pulis din pala sila.
Saan
Now,
niyo po nakuha yung data?
That is data available in the news. This refers, Your Honor, to the killing of a Crime Watch person in Mindoro, if I remember right, around 2016 or 2017. It so happened na nung binaril siya ng dalawang riding in tandem, 2 taon nasa isang motorsiklo, hinabol sila ng pulis at nahuli, pero napag-alaman nga na sila rin pala ay pulis. Now, I would like to emphasize, if Your Honor, please, that all of these people who were killed, that would fill up the SM Mall of Asia Arena. And that is only for the period of 2016 July up to 2017 November. Now, they were not sentenced by a court, they were sentenced by armed men. And up to now, as we know from the testimony of the DOJ Secretary during the last hearing of this honorable committee, there have only been 52 cases that they have investigated out of 20,322 deaths. And that is why we are concerned. I'm speaking here on behalf of the Free Legal Assistance Group, which I chair, one of the oldest and largest human rights organizations in the country, that there has been no accountability insofar as the war on drugs is concerned.
Attorney Jokno, let me make it clear, no ha? I mean, you are a member of a political party, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, I will never question your expertise in law, but I would like to question your motivation on this. Is there any politics in this?
No, Your Honor. I'm appearing here in someone's, because I was summoned by the Honorable Committee to appear
Gusto ko lang po put on record na there's no politics involved in this.
Yes, Your Honor. The data I am mentioning were part of a extended resolution of the Supreme Court in a case that questioned the entire war on drugs. Kasi po, pag pinag-aralan natin yung war on drugs, yan ay nagsimula sa isang Command Memorandum Circular 16-2016 na pinirmahan ni then PNP Chief Rolando Bato de la Rosa on his first day as the Chief of the PNP. This Command Memorandum Circular is what authorized what they call double barrel, yung pong tokhang and targeting the high-value targets, which then became operationalized as what we know as the war on drugs.
Mr. Chair, may I intervene? Mr. Chair, may I ask Attorney Jokno as regards to the yung sinasabi niya pong year-end accomplishment report ng Office of the President, itong 20,322. Do you have the copy, Attorney Jokno? Can you provide this committee and this representation?
Yes, Your Honor. Ang meron po ako ay yung kopya ng Supreme Court resolution kung saan nakasite dito yung year-end accomplishment report ni dating Pangulong Duterte.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, related to that, Mr. Medaldea po, ES, former ES. So, meron po kayong copy no si binabanggit po ni Attorney Jokno na year-end accomplishment report po. From
By whom, ma'am?
by the Office of the President po, sinasabi kasi ni Attorney Jokno that he got his copy, he got his data of 20,322 from the year-end accomplishment report, Office of the President po, in July 1, 2016 to November 27, 2017.
Before,
Do you have that copy?
Before former ES answer the query of Congresswoman Castro, let me just put on record that the documents, the data cited by Attorney Jokno was sourced from the extended resolution of Supreme Court, not directly from the Office of the President. Tama po?
Yes po.
So you don't have an official copy coming from the Office of the President with regards to that report?
No, I don't have a copy.
Okay. Please answer the query of Congresswoman Castro.
I'm quite surprised with this sweeping statement of Attorney Jokno. First of all, those copies, so kung meron man, are part of the privileged communication ng Office of the President. If there was such a report given, ma'am, I cannot disclose that because I'm barred. No?
If I may respond, Your Honor, please.
Kasi sir, maraming may 3,000 na pinatay, merong 6,200. Ngayon no, nagulat ako, meron 20,000. Ano naman ho to? Saan ho galing itong 20,000 na to? Any Tom, Dick, and Harry can just say, 15,000 ang pinatay, 20,000 ang pinatay. Ngayon, 20 na. Nag-umpisa tayo sa 6. Paano naman yan? How can we answer with sufficient definiteness dun sa mga allegations na yun?
Sige po, sir,
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Attorney Madaldea, no?
And
Tinatanong ko
besides,
lang
ma'am,
po
I'd like
kung
to
pamilyar
invoke
kayo
yung-
doon sa... Tinatanong ko lang po kung have you seen this report po
I
na
don't think I've
sinasabi?
seen-
Okay.
I don't think I've
So,
seen that report.
wala. Attorney Chel, Jokno, any comment?
Yes, may I just be allowed to read a portion of the resolution which says, and I quote,
Sandali po, Attorney Jokno, please wait for the chair for you to be recognized.
yes,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Thank you.
I quote from
Go
the
ahead.
resolution. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Aside from the OSG submission in the present cases, we take judicial notice of the Duterte administration's 2017 year-end report, where deaths in cases related to illegal drugs and the internal cleansing conducted within the Philippine National Police are touted as accomplishments. The government's inclusion of these deaths among its other accomplishments may lead to the inference that these are state-sponsored killings. I'm quoting word for word, Your Honor, from the resolution.
Attorney Jokno, therefore, do you believe as a lawyer, no, that the former president should be held accountable?
Based on its own report, yes, Your Honor. It's very clear that if only 52 cases have been
But why is it
investigated
that there
by
are no
the
charges
department,
filed against him when he got out being president? He's no longer president now.
we
If he is
also,
accountable,
we
therefore
also
he must be
wonder,
charged.
Your Honor, why the Department of Justice has not filed any cases when they have the records and they have the capacity to gather the evidence to file the
Mr.
proper
Chair,
cases.
may I be allowed to see all those resolution that you are quoting right
Yes, Your
now,
Honor.
Attorney Jel, Jokno?
I will
Because we don't
provide
have copy.
Is there a motion
to
for us to
base-
be able to accept that, please?
Yeah. Can you kindly submit to the chairman so we can
Are you
see
making
that?
a motion?
Not really, Mr. Chairman, because we can possibly
Okay.
get it from him
Just
directly.
please
from,
submit the resolution.
I will submit, Your Honor. If I may just make one more point, this is also from the same resolution of the Supreme Court. The Duterte administration's 2017 year-end report states that there were 3,967 drug personalities who died in anti-drug operations from July 1, 2016 to November 27, 2017, and 16,355 homicide cases under investigation from July 1, 2016 to September 27, 2017. This is a total of 20,322 deaths during the Duterte administration's anti-drug war from July 1, 2016 to November 27, 2017, or an average of 39.46 deaths every day. This court wants to know why so many deaths happened as expressly reported under the section Fighting Illegal Drugs of the Duterte administration's 2017 year-end report. End quote.
Sino po signatory dyan, Attorney Jokno?
This is a resolution of the entire
Supreme Court.
Yes, sir.
But who's
Entire,
who's the
no?
Supreme Court Justice?
Wala po siyang nakalagay na ponensya.
En-bank siya,
Wala.
di ba? No, I mean, it's an en-bank eh. Ito mo
Usually,
en-bank siya, di ba?
yes,
The whole of the Supreme Court Justices.
This is
So
en-bank.
who is the Supreme Court Justice during that time?
Usually po, if it's a decision of the court, then there is a ponente, a named justice who signs the opinion. But resolutions are generally issued by the court as a court.
So there is no name written on that en-bank resolution.
It is signed by the clerk of court
The
at
clerk
the
of
time,
court.
Edgar
The
O.
clerk of court.
Aricheta. Yes, Your
But
Honor.
that is a resolution of the Supreme Court.
Yes.
Yeah, Congressman Karab, do you have any query? Please?
Thank you, Mr. Kaya nga pinapacheck ko, Mr. Chairman, eh. Question of executive extended reso na sinasabi na ito ni Jokno. Kasi, ang pagkaintindi ko, I am not a lawyer, attorney, please correct me if I'm wrong. Pag sinabi mo kasing extended resolution, there's no case, but that is an administrative
Hindi
function of Supreme Court, tama?
No, if it's an administrative resolution,
No,
Your Honor.
yung extended reso na
Ito
sinasabi
po
mo.
ay galing po sa isang kaso,
And what is that case?
Almora versus Philippine National Police,
Okay.
GR
So-
number 234359, which was filed in 2017, Your Honor.
So at least malinaw. There's a case, no? Tapos may NBank, no? Reso. So let's check. Pag-check na lang po, ipa-check na lang po natin, then please submit to this committee.
Yes, Your Honor.
Kasi we don't need to get the official copy from the Supreme Court, but we need that copy, then we will check on the records of the Supreme Court.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Attorney Jokno, what you are revealing here now, to me is unimaginable, no? I never realized it can happen to the Philippines. Di ba? Now, what I'm saying is, why are you waiting for the Department of Justice to act? When you could be able, as a lawyer, no? Please clarify. Please, yung bigay mo sa akin ng clearance dito. Why do you have to wait for the OIJ to act when you could be able to charge with a class suit on this against the former president?
The problem, Your Honor, is that those who are directly aggrieved, the relatives of the victims, are very afraid to file cases
That's
because
what I'm
they
saying,
know they are
Attorney
going
Conti.
after a former president of the Philippines.
Well, I hope and pray, Attorney Jokno, that this will change because of the hearing that we're having now.
I hope so too, Your Honor.
Mr. Chairman, if I may lang, I'm just reading the Supreme Court resolution. I think the Chief Justice during that time was Chief Justice Sereno. Is it correct, Attorney Jokna?
If I remember correctly,
And
yes.
Chief Justice Sereno was the one who was impeached.
Not impeached, if Your Honor,
No.
please,
During that
removed by,
time, she was not yet
removed by
impeached.
co-warranto
Yes,
proceedings,
by
not
co-warranto.
impeachment, Your Honor.
So is she a part of the decision of this resolution?
I do not know, Your Honor.
Because I was reading the resolution, and it appears that the Chief Justice during that time was Sereno.
If I may, Your Honor, in the dispositive portion of
But
this
she was
resolution,
on leave. Yes,
she was on leave. Yes.
Oo. But nevertheless, I just wanted to point it out to give transparency, no? Because we will be able to read also this resolution if we will get a copy on this. But well taken po yung sinabi nyo na 20,000 no deaths, no. But we are hearing also from the side of Attorney Meljandia that they are not privy on this 20,000. And but this decision or the resolution of the Supreme Court, wherein during that time Chief Justice Sereno was the Chief Justice, she was not present, but there was indeed a resolution.
But perhaps I have to check that resolution.
Yes,
Give me an opportunity.
and we will too, Attorney. Thank you so much, Mr. Chair.
Okay,
Mr.
tapos na
Chair?
po kayo, Attorney Jokno, okay na? Alright, so we're
Mr.
going to
Chair?
recognize Mr. Manuel Mogato to speak, please.
Mr. Chairman, just last one.
Bago kayo, Mr. Mogato,
balikan.
si Congressman Karat.
Yeah. Because Attorney Jokno, because I'm still trying to read the circumstances with regards to the case, yung Almora versus General Bato de la Rosa, the Chief PNP then. Tama po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
And he was represented by the Office of the Solicitor General during that time.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, now, what really happens? Ang conclusion lang po, brief. Hindi yung extended reso, ano bang nangyari doon? Binigay ba o wala? Kasi ang question din, ang question is for the PNP to submit, di ba? To submit the documents being requested by Human Rights Group ata o being represented by Almora, di ba? Parang ganon.
The case is not yet been decided, Your Honors. It is still pending before the court. What was the subject of this extended resolution were the directives made by the justices during the oral arguments to the government to submit information to the court regarding the war on drugs.
So what is the effect of the resolution, Attorney Jokno?
It was a resolution that decided the motion for reconsideration of the Office of the Solicitor General. Kasi po, ang request ng OSG ay wag sana silang i-require na mag-submit ng ganun information.
Ano pong ginawa ng OSG during that time?
The OSG filed a motion for reconsideration which was denied in this extended resolution.
I do not know if our former ES would answer the query. No.
Please. I don't have that resolution.
Point of information, Mr. Chairman. Are we allowed to already to interpolate the resource speakers? Or
Well,
are we...
let's hear the others. Just more. It's just a clarification on the other things, no?
Okay,
But
can
let's
we-
learn the others.
Yeah, can we just listen first and
Yes.
then we ask later?
I'd like to now recognize Mr. Mugato, who is from Reuters, no?
Formerly, sir. Formerly, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mr. Mugato.
Okay. I submitted already the copies of the Reuters report to the Honorable Committee. One of the report was done in December 2017. That was the last special report done by Reuters.
Mr.
on the war
Mugato,
drugs.
you revealed something in the first hearing, no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'd like you to repeat that for the record.
Your Honor, based on our interview with the former intelligence officer, a retired general,
Can you give the name, please?
Rodolfo Mendoza. He said that he made a written report on the war on drugs, and he listed down, based on the Oplan double barrel, as well as the supposed rewards list for policemen who would be able to kill a drug suspect. Basically, 10,000 for an ordinary user. And for some officials like barangay captain or mayor, it's up to 50,000 pesos. That was based on his report. And we cannot confirm his report because that was what he said. And he said that this report was based on his interview with 17 active duty police officers. And so our editors at that time,
Did he give the name of the 17 police officers?
no, Your Honor, he did not give the names. But because we still doubted whether the report is authentic, we asked him if he could give us his sources on his report. And he agreed after so many negotiations. And he brought to us one police captain. I cannot give his name because we promised not to reveal his identity. But I can tell you that this police captain is a precinct commander, a PCP commander in Manila Police District. And he talked to us in a restaurant in Green Hills, all the details about the so-called drug war, including how the police were able to fake
You know what is station in the Philippine National Police?
Station 1.
Station po, alam niyo kung ano station?
Station 1, Your Honor.
Police station.
In Tondo. So he gave to us some details about how the police were able to stage the buy-bust operation and the encounters. And most of them were not encounters but execution. And there were also instances when he said that they were able to remove the CCTV cameras or point away the cameras or put them off so that their activities will not be recorded. And in some instances when the drug suspects were still alive, they were brought to the hospital. But along the way, these drug victims were shot at close range to kill them. And this was confirmed by doctors we had interviewed that most of the victims were shot at close range because of the tattooing in their bodies and in their head. So, and some of the evidence were also planted according to the police officers. And at one point, he showed us a text message coming from a senior intelligence officer from the NCRPO that requested them to remove their police patrol car in a certain area because their riding in tandem will pass by that area and they don't want any encounter to happen.
Ang hirap nun, Mr. Mugato, what you're trying to tell us right now, if you will not give us the names of the individuals, that would be hearsay. And we can put it on record, pero wala magiging patayan dito because you are speaking, without any proof at all, actually.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but we made a promise to this police officer not to reveal his identity. And as a journalist, we have the right to protect our own sources. And anyway, all of these were written in a report that is available in the internet.
Mr. Chair, may I lang. Isa lang kapraso lang ang tanong kay Mr. Mugato. We know your responsibility as a journalist as well. But do you also have this kind of responsibility on the victims? No, hindi ba tayo naawa din sa mga biktima natin? By revealing your source, you will able to solve a lot of problems. And I think it is incumbent upon the journalist that there's this kind of what do you call this? Selfless act on behalf of the victims as well. So 17 personalities yung sinasabi mo dito eh. Mga colonels, captains, major. Sana man lang kahit isa man lang na maibigay mo sa committee na to, I think that will solve a lot of problems. And yung paghihirap ng mga biktimang ito na nakikita natin, na naglakas ang loob na pumunta rito para ipakita sa committee that they are so brave, in spite of the so many elements of people who are really trying to prevent them from coming. Sana meron tayong ganitong klase ng nararamdaman sa kanila. So, Mr. Mugato, again, kasi nung nakaraang hearing, tinanong na kita Di ba? Sinabi mo, hindi kasi kami maniniwala sa iyo Hindi naman namin talaga paniniwalaan yung sinasabi mo. It will be a hearsay, Pero once na na-reveal mo sa sinasabi mo 17 ito, kahit isa lang, then we will salute you. Hanga kami sa iyo. Pero hanggang hindi mo sinasabi yan, hindi mo kami mabobola dito. No? Hindi ka namin paniniwalaan. So please, try to give mercy to these victims of that war on drugs.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I cannot really reveal the names of our sources. But I'm telling you,
so kahit
I'm telling this committee that hindi po ako nambobola at base lang po ito sa report na ginawa ng Reuters. So it's up to you to believe it or not, but we have done our duty.
Anyway, are you willing to have an executive session para at least kahit papaano ay maproteksyon na natin yung reputasyon bilang isang journalist to tell us, sama ko, maliwanagan kami doon sa sitwasyon. Kasi meron ka pa rin sinasabi that ang nangyayari, nagkakaroon ng bayaran, di ba? Na 10,000 pesos kapag yung mga robbery, mga swindler, yung mga petty crimes, 10,000 ang binabayad sa mga pulis. At pag mga mayors, mga malamang kasama congressman dyan, or mga gobernador, or kaya mga barangay captain, it's more than 10,000. As a matter of fact, sinabi mo, 50,000 ang halaga. Mabigat na akusasyon yun di ba? And that is according to what you have heard from the 17 personalities that you mentioned. Di ba?
Your Honor, hindi po namin nakausap yung 17. Ang nakausap namin isa lang na kapitan na dinala nung retired general.
Nung last hearing, sinabi mo yung 17 personalities. I have the record here.
Opo. Yan po ang source ni General, 17.
Yung 17. At ang nakausap mo, yung isa yung kapitan.
Yung kapitan, opo.
Sigurado ka? Kasi the last hearing na andito, sinabi mo, 17
po yung kanyang source ni General.
Ni General
Mendoza.
Mendoza. Siya nagsabi sa iyo na mayroong 17 PNP officers that was trying to tell the general na merong ganong klase na bayaran.
Opo. Yes, Your Honor. Pero ang nakausap po namin, isa lang kasi yun lang po ang dinala niya.
Pero yung kapitan buhay pa, di ba?
Siguro, na-promote na po.
Baka colonel na yun.
7 years ago
Oo. Anyway, naisiguro mo na yun nasa isang police station sa Manila, Tondo.
Before.
Anong year po yun?
2017, April.
Okay.
Sino chief PNP during that time?
Si Bato po,
Si General Bato.
General De Rosa.
All right. So, the next, I'd like to recognize
Your Honor, just a
Attorney.
matter
Yeah,
of...
yes,
Sorry, Your Honor.
Attorney Conti, meron kang gustong, ano?
Yes, a matter of information, Your Honor. The document that Attorney Chel Diokno was referring to, I already put in the presentation at the previous session, Your Honor. The number that appears in the President's 2017 key accomplishments reflects 3,967 killed in police operations. This is based on real numbers PH. This number ballooned to 6,252 po by May 31, 2022. Yung po yung...
Attorney Conti, until such time
Yes, sir.
that you're able to convince the others to come out and charge in court on class suit, all of those things that you're saying now are just accusations.
But Your Honor, these numbers are from a document released by the Presidential Communications Operations Office, which we were also able to independently obtain separately from Attorney Diokno. So this is
Yes,
a
but
public document.
but who is accountable? I mean, sino to accountable dito? Na charge na ba?
But
O-
first, on the point that these numbers are claimed as accomplishments of the President, then perhaps we can establish as that.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I got also that kind of report that she got right now, and I just photo copy it in from the laptop of Congresswoman Franz. But Mr. Chairman, if I may, kasi I just wanted to question Attorney Diokno. Kasi kanina may sinasabi si Attorney Diokno na 16,355. Diba? Correct ka doon na it was 16,355. And sa year-end report ng Malacanang during that time on 2017, it was indeed 16,355 homicide cases under investigation, but no riding in tandem that was mentioned. Wala, di ba? But it was homicide.
Chairman.
Can you can you kindly reply on that Attorney Jokno?
Yeah, after you reply, I'm going to recognize Congressman Carabs.
Yes, Your Honor. There are two types of killings that occurred during the war on drugs. One type were those who were killed, yung sinasabi po mga nanlaban, killed during police operations, anti-drug operations, by bust, tapos lumaban daw at napatay. The other kind, as we know from the so many reports that came out during that time, ay yung mga nahanap na bangkay na meron nakalagay na sign na drug addict ako, o kaya yung mga napatay na riding in tandem. Yun po yung tinuturing na homicides under
So in other words,
investigation.
Attorney Jokno, yung sinasabi mong 6,355 that was mentioned in the year-end report of the former president noong 2017, lumalabas yung 16,335 categorized into two.
16,355.
Na-categorize into two.
Yes, Your Honor.
That is correct. So Attorney Medjadia, will you confirm this report that was nakita ko rin sa internet that 16,355 in accordance with the report of the former president, homicide cases under investigation, July 1, 2016 to September 30, 2017. Is this correct?
It could probably be correct. It came from the
Yes.
police, no?
Yes, Attorney Medjadia.
Can we refer that to the PDEA because they were the ones who gave that figure.
Sige, PIDEA, can we ask the PIDEA, please?
PDEA and NBI.
Yes.
Why don't we look on it later, Congressman Fernandez? I'd like to recognize first Congressman Carabs on this.
Okay.
Thank you, Chairman. Chairman, all those data being presented now, sabi nga nito, coming from PCO, how did you get that copy from PCO? Kasi dito, Mr. Chairman, ako kahit yung statement, a while ago, the text being was read by Attorney Diokno, until now that case was still in Supreme Court. And well, in fact, that is just part of these Supreme Court minutes. But until now, it's still in the Supreme Court. The Almora versus De La Rosa case. Now, Mr. Chairman, that is why the time, then PNP Chief De La Rosa is being represented by OSG, in which that is Attorney Calida now. And he's not present today. That's why, again, I'm reiterating that he should be present in the next hearing. Now, those documents, even the data read by the good chairman of public order and safety, is not an official data because the only official data that should be given to us should come from the office itself. Well, in fact, if you remember, Mr. Chairman, and I think I have to check the COMSEC, during the first hearing, I asked the Honorable Committee to the Chair for us to request to the office of the ES now and to the office of the President the executive summary submitted by the then DOJ Secretary Guevara and now OSG because that is an official document. And well, in fact, Mr. Chairman, on record, Almora versus De La Rosa that was cited by Attorney Jokno, OSG never complied. Never complied to submit that document during the case deliberation. Di ba, Attorney? Yun yung actual?
Ang nangyari po ay there was a directive in this resolution to the Solicitor
But
General.
until now, they have not yet submitted.
Meron pong mga nasubmit ang Solgen sa Supreme Court. There were boxes.
No, Attorney, diretso. Yung 20,000 ba, it was submitted by Solgen? Not. Yung 20,000
the report itself, it was, I'm not sure if it was
Oh,
even directed
that's why, Mr.
by
Chairman,
the court.
again, sorry, Attorney Jokno. I do believe that there is an AGK. I do believe that there is a war on drugs. But in this committee, Mr. Chairman, with due respect to all the resource speakers, and of course to the members of this committee, we will only take into account all the documents, official documents, not hearsay, not the
If I-
statement. Sorry, Attorney Jokno, you are not yet recognized. Please allow me to finish. No, Mr. Chairman, yun lang po.
Mr. Chair,
opinion ko.
I'll
Sandali,
be
hindi pa ako tapos.
answering the...
Hindi pa ako tapos,
No, no,
Mr.
no,
Chairman.
yes.
I will not yield my time to Chairman Dan Fernandez.
Mr.
Let
Chair-
me finish first.
Okay.
Dandan lang po, Governor. And then sa akin, I am not biased against anybody else. No. Well, in fact, if the former ES can produce the document, then we request for it. But of course, the document now is nandun sa administration. Yung administration. That is why I asked this committee to write a letter to ES or to the Office of the President to request that document para official po. At tulad yan, PCOO. Do you have an authentic copy of that? Di ba? May kopya ba tayo na authentic coming from that office? Sa akin lang po, Mr. Chairman.
Well,
Mr. Chairman, again. Well, in fact, I have already read the case about Almora versus De La Rosa. Now, ako hanggang ngayon, di pa tapos yun. Ang sinasabi ko lang, Chairman, the same as sa statement coming from Chairman Dan Fernandez with regards to the opinion or the statement from Mr. Mugato. Hindi pwede say dito, Mr. Chairman. But of course, I am not saying that he's not telling the truth. But of course, dapat hindi second person.
Mr. Chair.
Dapat, if ever the statement ni Mugato will only be, will be recognized, or not recognized, but rather, for me, personally, maniniwala po ako doon if mismo yung source. Hindi pwede po yung second person dito. Much more documents being requested and submitted to this committee should be official, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, if I may. Para
Umani naman ito ng iba't ibang reaksyon mula sa ating mga netizens. Ayon kay Teody Abadilla, mabuhay ka President Duterte, salamat sa iyong kabutihan sa taong bayan, I salute you tatay, you're the best president of all the president in Philippines. Pahayag naman ni Liana Wesley, during Duterte's time lang ba may maraming drug-related killings? Ilatag din ninyo yung datos sa lahat ng mga previous administration para alam din ng taong bayan and for transparency. At ito naman ang saloobin mula sa ating kababayan na si Romel Arilla. Dapat sana dinocument nyo at inilagay ang pangalan, kailan namatay at paano namatay at saan nangyari etc. Kasi kung magkaiba-iba ang numero ng namatay, mahirap paniwalaan yan. Mga kababayan, feel free to comment below para maglabas ng saloobin sa balitang ito.